Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my world. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you will be given love's peace of mind. I'll be waiting there.
That's right.
With my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
Hello, everybody. Songfather here for the Songfather Show on the 30th day of July 2019. 30th day. Let me turn this mic up a little bit. There we go. I like to hear my voice. I think I have a sexy voice. What's up, baby? How you doing, baby? And Tino's here today. Tino, say hello. There you go. Hello, over here. Come on. There you go. Good boy. He's having a good day today too, Tino. He's building little nests all over the place. He doesn't know he's a guy. He can't lay eggs, so I don't know what he's doing. But today is Sinatra Tuesday. Yeah, we're going to do that every Tuesday, Sinatra Tuesday. I like it. I like the idea. And so I got 5 of, I better just stop saying my favorites. They're all my favorites. Music is my favorite, so. But these are my favorite. So let's hit some news items. There's a lot of things happening around the world yesterday. And let's start off with Brazil. Hey, Brazil! Yes, I have my espresso. The liquor store still does not have Sambuca. So you know what? I got Maria Brazard. Never been really crazy about it, but it's not bad. If my Uncle Nuzio was still alive, Uncle Ned, then we'd be all right. That would be one hell of a show because he made homemade anisette, and all you had to do was smell it, and you were half conquered. But in Brazil, 60 prisoners are dead. 16 of those 60 were decapitated. 10 or 11 of those 60 were asphyxiated, and the rest were just beaten and stabbed. All by each other. Nothing to do with the guards, nothing to do with the police, nothing. They all did that to each other. It's one way to clean out the prisons. But, wow. You know, I maybe it says the year right over here. Hold on. 2009, I was honored for my philanthropic work, or fill the bathtub. I don't know. But by the New York City Department of Corrections, Columbia Association. And I got up there. I told the joke first. When I first got up to the microphone, I just kind of stood there staring at them, you know, making them nervous. They said, oh, my God, he forgot what he was going to say, or he's freezing up. And so then I told them a joke. But then I went on to say how they are really, corrections officers, the unsung heroes of law enforcement. I mean, they truly are. They go to work every day in pretty insane conditions, very dangerous conditions, not allowed to carry a gun. And, you know, meanwhile, these guys are, you know, making knives and everything out of toenails, for Christ's sake, everything they could do. And always in the papers is the negative things. What happened? There was a riot in Cell Block 5, and Warden threw a party in the county jail. But the newspaper headlines and the news stories on TV were always about the cops that made this arrest and they made this bust, and they took down this guy and they locked up 15 MS-13, which is great and needed and should be applauded and admired without a doubt. But the story doesn't end there. The story continues when they get sentenced to jail and they go to prison, and then they meet up with 20, 30 more of their own kind that's been in there, and then the gangs are formed. Here in the United States, even on the island of Long, if there's gangs, it's a section here. This is the section, and you might not see another gang or another gang-related area for another 5, 10 miles maybe. Not so much in prison. It's another 5, 10 feet. And then that gang is hanging out together, and don't give that one a dirty look. And don't, it's just very, very dangerous conditions. And we never hear about it. To this day, except for Oz, which was very, very well done. I think a little far over the top, but you need to do that these days to keep everybody's attention. But there's never really been a TV series about being a corrections officer, even in a comedy role. It's just like I said, they're the forgotten heroes, because it doesn't end. You get somebody that's sentenced to 25 to life. What do they got to lose? So they're locked up here and there, and they'll jump a guard, and I want extra food, and it's just. So anyway, I got on that subject obviously because of what I was saying, what happened in Brazil, but it had nothing to do with any of the officers that worked there, any police, any special people called in. This was just bizarre, complete mania. So, say a prayer for their souls. The food festival I told you about yesterday, which by now I'm sure everybody has heard about, where this 19-year-old shithead went nuts with an assault rifle and killed 3 people. One of them, it turns out, was a 6-year-old boy. So there you go. Not that it's okay if it's an adult. It's not okay. Nobody should be killed. We got enough stuff in going on in our lives that's going to kill us. Stress and drugs and bills and everything else, But and so here's a 6-year-old kid there with his family, and they interviewed his father. Heartbreaking interview. He said, they told me, and they rushed him to the hospital, and I'm waiting in the hallway, and then they came out and they told me that he died. I'm like, wow. I never understood, God forbid I never had to be in that situation, but why these people even give an interview. If my son, God forbid, or somebody in my family, or a friend, or a family member, anybody close to me, dies, and they want to come to me with a microphone, I'm going to shove that thing so far, they're going to have to get a colonoscopy to get it out. I just don't get it. I never understood that, but anyway. And so Mr. President Trump, the Donald, has got everybody up in arms and looking into Baltimore to see if he's right or wrong, and every one of them's finding out, oh, he's right. Like I said yesterday, I know firsthand, believe me. So then this interesting stat came out. The last 3 Baltimore mayors, Sheila Dixon was fired for stealing gift cards that were supposed to go out to the poor. Stephanie Rawlings had to step down, or she was going to be locked up, because she was promoting riots. I don't know if you remember that. And she was telling them, yes, rise up, take your land back. And she was actually telling them to go out and start riots. And Catherine Pugh, P-U-G-H, that's the one I told you about yesterday, where the FBI is going in and conducting raids in her home and all her computers and her 2 offices and everything else, because she's under intense investigation for taking bribes. Okay, so you know what? The man doesn't just arbitrarily wake up and say, I think I'll tweet about this, like he did with San Francisco. Everybody was up in arms back then, too. Who was he to say that? Until they went and looked. And even Bernie, Weekend at Bernie's, Bernie, nuthead that he is, he came back from Baltimore. He goes, my God. He goes, I thought San Francisco was a third world country. You got to see Baltimore. It's okay that you said that, but it wasn't okay that the President of the United States said that, right? Morons. Bing, 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 bing. And the oldest sculptor artist that carved the faces into Mount Rushmore still hanging around. 98 years old. Pretty damn good. He's the only one left. And, I toyed with the idea if I was going to tell this or not. But, I've got a reputation for telling the truth and for telling it like it is. So I got to do it. Until I was like 18 years old. I know, this is bad. I know. I thought nature did it. Somebody must have told me that, No one, it's probably my father, the way he always used to tell me things just to see if I would, believe it. But I thought nature did it, like, the wind, and over the years, what a moron I was to think they would carve out 4 presidents like that so perfect. Jesus, please forgive me my stupidity. But yeah, the oldest living one, 98 years old, still going strong. And he says, he goes back there every once in a while, just not to look at them because he created them, but to go over the memories of while they were doing it. That's pretty cool, pretty damn cool. And the Halloween petition that they were looking for, they had 60,000. They were looking for 70. They're over 100,000 already and still going. So if this thing takes off and gets in the right hands, we're going to see Halloween change to the last Saturday in October, so it can be done all day long, so the kids and everybody could be out trick-or-treating when it's light out and it's safe out. And you know what? I think it's a good idea. So how many other people, just raise your hand, thought that Mount Rushmore was done by Mother Nature? No, huh? Wow. Okay. All right, so we'll get to a couple of these other ones. It's almost 2 pages, so let me throw one more in there. That's not going to take too long. And then we'll get to the first song. Well, this one is scary. I gave you a couple of feel-good stories, but weather officials are saying that California better get ready because of a seismic activity coming from Japan, and they're following it. It's heading straight on course for California. And, very soon, they said, there's going to be another major earthquake in California. I just can't believe that. After all these years, there's not a way to stop it somewhere, There's not like a button you push and, a big wall comes out from the bottom of the sea and just kind of makes it bounce off and, go back to where it came from. I don't know. But if that's true, I'm sending the prayers and the angels out there right now to California, because what happens is after a while, people, it was an earthquake. You live in it, It's like the people that live in Tornado Alley. What happened? Yeah, a tornado came through and destroyed everything. What are you going to do? Oh, we're going to rebuild. I mean, man, get out of there. Nope. So say a prayer. Let's hope it don't happen. So this first song, remember, it's Sinatra Tuesday, is Fly Me to the Moon. One of my favorite songs. I've done the slow version a lot too. But, you can't get away from the original. Fly me to the moon. Hold my hand. We're going to fly, me and you, because I'm in love, L-U-V. Right? Tina, you ready? You like to fly. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I cherish, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Oh! Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-da. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I cherish and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Yeah. What are you? I'm gonna fire this band, boy. Tino, did you fly? Really? Yeah? Holy Christmas. Unbelievable. So, okay, let's get down here. In the New York Post, they have documentation proving that Barack Obama sent Iran $1.7 billion, most of it all in cash, to help. How does this happen? Why don't we hear about it? We've heard about it, in little drits and drabs, but if it was Trump that did that, what do you think would have happened? The outrage, I don't want to say riots, but demonstrations and all over the news and Washington Post or Huffington Post and, all these other, publications that really can't stand the man, would be all over, persecuting him to death. 1.7 billion. Then it's supposed to be like another 30 billion he sent somewhere else, but I don't know, whatever. Pennsylvania. This is a blink your eyes and also get mad at the same time. But Pennsylvania police are looking for a woman who peed in the produce section of a Walmart. Okay? I don't know. Guess she had a house dress on, just lifted it up and pulled her underwear aside if she was even wearing it. And she peed on potatoes, and peed all over the potatoes and then left. They have wonderful, beautiful, clear pictures of her, so it's not going to be much longer before, she's brought in. But and I know the potatoes keeping an eye out for her. Hope she doesn't peel away. See, Tino, he wrote that joke. I told you they weren't going to laugh. You freaking feathered son of a... And I told you last week, I think it was, about Fortnite, one of the most popular videos in the world. And they had their first World Cup. And a 16-year-old boy won first place, $3 million. Didn't say the age, did it? No. Whoever came in second, that's kind of stupid. But whoever came in second, $1.8 million. And then the rest was, back then it was teams that they got to split $2 million. It's a lot of money in that stuff. So, all the parents that were saying, put that video game down and hit the books, they're kicking themselves in the ass now. It was me, I would be saying, you better put those books down and get in there and practice your Fortnite. Daddy needs some clothes. And something that you don't have to answer right now, but I would like you to really think about this, because it's really been bothering me for over a year now. Why doesn't the couple in that My Pillow commercial get upset and go crazy when they open their medicine cabinet, and there he is in their medicine cabinet, watching them, peeking on him. What's he doing? He's watching them sleep. That's kind of creepy. But they go, oh, my God, you're that guy. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm going to save you now. What the hell? If he ever does that here, let me tell you right now, I open that medicine cabinet, and I see him peeking through, bink, I do a Three Stooges on his eyes, and I smack him in the face with my razor. Get out of my medicine cabinet. Right, Tino? Yeah, look at him. Yeah, he's upset about it. Yeah, I can see. Look at him. Woo. When he does that with the feathers, you better watch out. Yep, I knew he was planning something. So, I just thought, ever from the day one, from the very first time I saw it, kind of reminded me way back one of the old Chuck McCann commercial, but I forgot what it was for. But the same thing, they opened it up with some kind of, toothpaste or something. I don't know. And coming to New York in September, which I think is very cool, is what they call a pop-up Friends. I don't know. I don't even know what the word would be for it. Thing to attend. I don't know. There's got to be a special word for it. But what it is, it's going to be trailers and trucks and everything. You know, like pop up in a book. When you open a book, the whole scene pops up, and they're going to have Central Perk, and they're going to have the apartment. And they said one other surprise. It was usually there or maybe it's Ross's apartment. I don't know. But and you're able to go. It's only for a short time. They're going to try to extend it through Christmas, which I think would be great. The only problem is it's outdoors, so I don't know how that works for them, and you're able to go in, all kinds of course, Friends memorabilia and everything else. They're going to have them come down on, separate nights, and I think the last night they're all going to be there, and the first night they're all going to be there together, and then on different nights it'll be different people. But you can go in and sit down at Central Park and get, they take a nice picture of you sitting in Central Park, go behind the counter, go sit on the couch where they always sat on in Friends, and then you can go down to the next truck, and then you can be in the apartment and be in the kitchen where Monica did all her cooking and everything. I think that's very cool, because it's coming up, believe it or not, 25 years since Friends was on. It's just, I said the other day, stop the world, man. 25 years. And then I was just watching it last night. Again, on Netflix, but this show still stands up. I've seen every one of them. I can't, like most of us, I can't even say how many times, and I still laugh. It's just that good. It really was. My sister Tina wouldn't let my nieces, Michelle and Stephanie, watch Friends because she thought it was too risque. And Michelle is married. Stephanie just got engaged not too long ago, and they're still not allowed to watch it. But anyway, so, all right, I'll save that. And, all right, I'll save that. Let's get to another song here. This one, it's a very, very exciting song. Francis Albert is saying, for once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Mm-hmm. That's right. He sang it. He sang it before Stevie Wonder. I wonder, there's a question. When he sang about his daughter, Isn't She Lovely? How did he know? Did somebody tell him? Okay, sorry. But for once in my life, I have somebody I know is not going to desert me. I have somebody who not only loves me, but needs me. I've needed her for so long. Ah, what a song. Great song. Okay, ready? For once in my life, I have someone who needs me, someone I've needed so long. For once unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew. Someone warm like you would make my dreams come true. For once in my life, I won't let sorrow hurt me, not like it's hurt me before. For once I have someone I know won't desert me. I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you can't take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. Yeah! Not like it's hurt me before. I'm not alone anymore. For once I can say this is mine, you can't take it. Long as I know I have love, I can make it. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. One more time now. For once in my life, I have someone who needs me. I just don't know where the hell she is. Wow, that's a long note at the end. Tino, do you like that? Tino, you never clap. How come you never clap? Huh? Clap. Clap for me. Please. Clap, 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 clap. One day I'm going to invite you all over just so you can see him. He's so freaking cute. And he knows it too, the bitch. Anyway, all right, so we went over to Friends. And is a nice, real good story. A Georgia man whose great-grandfather planted a tree. Same property. It was just handed from generation to generation. His great-grandfather planted a tree. It is now so beautiful and full and big, and that he put a swing on it, and he was pushing his son on it. Beautiful picture of it. And then there's a plaque at the bottom saying, "Thank you, great-great-grandpa," with the kid's name underneath it. Right? I mean, that got me. I don't know why. I mean, I know it's a nice story, but it just got me that, this guy, I don't know how many years ago, it could be 100 years ago, more, planted a tree for the family, on the family property that never got sold, just kept being handed down. And now here's his, unfortunately, of course he's not here, but here's his great-great-grandson swinging on a branch from that tree. Beautiful. Beautiful story. I liked it. And Mr. Vinny Testaverde, who I had many, many great opportunities to sit with him and go to a couple of charitable things and have a couple of cocktails with him. Very nice guy from the island of Long. Very much revered Jet when he was here. His son just signed with Arizona, I think. Yeah, I probably didn't write it down. Tampa. I did write it down. Ha ha! I'm a genius. So, his son just signed with Tampa Bay as a quarterback. His name is, it's not Vinny, though. It's Vincent. I guess to separate the fathers. We didn't learn that in his family. It's Sonny, Sonny, Sonny. And, he better get cracking, too, because he's the last Grosso, and he's got to keep this name going. So, it's time to go and start doing what you got to do and have another son, and you better name him Salvatore, and everybody calls him Sonny. If we could have that, if we could have 4 Sonnys in one room, oh my God, that is like the coolest thing. Sonny, what? Not you. What? Not you. No, what? But a funny story. The story was I was supposed to be named Benedetto after my grandfather. That's the tradition. That's the Italian tradition. And my mother didn't want it. She didn't like that name. Every Benny I knew was in trouble. Was a bookie. Was always in jail. And I don't want my son being a Benny. And so, without my father knowing it, when it came time when I was born, to write the paper, she wrote Salvatore down, named after my father. And he was like, what did you do that for? You're supposed to follow tradition. And he goes, she goes, yeah, but at least I named him after you. He goes, I hate the name Salvatore. I didn't know that, till I was older. And then when I was growing up with it, I hated the name Salvatore. I couldn't stand it. I know it's a beautiful name. I know it means salvation, which I love that part of it and everything, being close to God and Jesus and Blessed Mother and all that. But Sal, I don't know why I never liked the name Sal. Every Sal I know, I ended up punching in the face sometimes. And so Sonny, of course, now I had a son. We discussed many names. Salvador, Sonny. So, cool. At least for us it is. Maybe you got bored during it, but I'm going to have an espresso with Marie. Me and Marie. Ha ha. What do we got? Oh, we still got 3 songs left. All right, let's do another song. Because I know how much you all love the song. And this is just one of the most beautiful songs. That is the simplest advice you can give to anybody in this world over 20. Okay, over 30. Let's do 30. Anybody over 30, this song is for you. It's so true. Look at Tino. He's 72. Look how young he is. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh as your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you've got a head start if you are among the very young at heart. Right, Tino? And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you got a head start if you are among the very young at heart. It's true. That's why every morning I put on a pair of Pampers. Ha ha! That's right. Not Depends, Pampers, because I want to be young at heart. Okay, so let me just throw this blinker at you. This is another one where you blink your eyes and you can't stop for almost 4 hours on this one. I'm in the store buying some stuff, a couple of grocery items and things to cook, and bring a bunch over to Dad and Chris, and I made a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm looking, I was trying to go healthy, knock out the sugar, don't drink milk anymore, stay away from the carbs. Oh my God, it just never ends. All these suggestions that they have in the world. So, but they were saying sea salt, sea salt, sea salt. All right, so I go and I look, and I see this thing it's a rock. And when you want it, almost like grated cheese, and you just scrape off what you want. You could use a knife or a grater, whatever it is. There you go, nice. And it says, I hope I wrote it down. Yes, naturally formed 250 million years ago. All natural sea salt, no additives. Expires September 2019. I mean, they must really think we're stupid, or we just don't check the labels, or whatever it is. How can you say that it is 250 million years old, it's been in the making, and it expires in 2 months? I know, Tino. He hates salt, he said, because if you put salt on his tail, he can't fly. So we try not to mention salt around there, All right, yeah, everything's cool. Don't worry about it, man. Wow, that was close. And let's do this song. I've done it before. When I used to put 1 or 2 songs up a day, now you get 5 a day. 5 a day. 25 songs a week. Are you kidding me or what? 100 songs a month from the Songfather on this little show here. Spread the word. Will you share it? Let everybody know. You got to be members of a group somewhere. Just share it. Tell your friends do the same thing. Let's get the word out there. Come on. This is, you know what? I'm having a blast with you tonight. And if you never want to go out with me again, I'll be upset. But anytime I'm cold, I'm just going to close my eyes and picture you the way you look tonight. Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you, just the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely, with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each glance, your tenderness grows, tearing my fear apart. And that laugh, it wrinkles your nose, tearing my foolish heart. Lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. Espresso time. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. And that laugh wrinkles your nose, it touches my foolish heart. Lovely, don't you ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. And the way you look tonight. Huh? Huh? What a thing. What a thing to say to somebody. When the world is cold, when I'm alone, all I do is close my eyes and I'm going to picture you just the way you look tonight and your smooth, soft cheeks. Oh, I think he meant these cheeks. Tino, which did he mean? Tino. Excuse me. Tino, these cheeks or these cheeks? Which one? Which one? Huh? Really? Wow. It's not these. Who knew? I trust Tino. He's been all over the world. He's a bird of the world. Bird is the word. Oh, Daddy-O. Maria Brazard is, not bad. Not bad. 250 million years ago, this sea salt was made, but expires next month. So I saved this for last because I wrote it. I went over 2 of the Baltimore things that are going on. Okay, so I figured, all right, let me do that. I'll just put a little sea salt on the news. What the hell is that? Who is it? Who is it? And Tino, get that? And so this just came out. I'm sure it was in the news down there, but unless I missed it up here, but I don't think it was on TV. I would have seen it. But the new deputy police commissioner of Baltimore, who came over here from New Orleans, who did a good job in cleaning up New Orleans, and now he was coming here to try to help clean up Baltimore, at the end of June, was robbed. Him and his wife were walking wherever they were going, and they were robbed at gunpoint. Took 3 cell phones, her pocketbook, his wallet, some jewelry, and all the cash that they had. But Donald Trump is a racist. These people are crazy. And you know what I forgot to say? Just make sure. All 3 of those mayors that I told you about, and now not that they were all 3 were women, but they were all Democrat. That's it. I'm not voicing an opinion either way. I'm stating the facts. Just the facts, ma'am. Just give me the facts. My name is Friday. Today's Tuesday. Okay, so here's the last song for the show. And this song is, it can kind of go with the Coasters song. Remember that song by the Coasters? Excuse me, shall you? Called Poison Ivy? Okay. Well, Mr. Sinatra had a song that's kind of like that. I've got you under my skin. Get me to Calamine Ocean. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my... Wait a minute, I started wrong. Yes, I see. Yes, I see. I have it. I understand. Live TV. I forgot to turn the sound on the music back up high so I can hear, when I'm supposed to be coming in. Excuse me. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair, it never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. Well, I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I got you under my skin. Love this part. Keeps building up. Hear it? Bigger, louder. Here we go. It's Maria Brizard time. E centanone. I would sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats how it yells in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you ain't never gonna win. Why not use your mentality? Wake up, step up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin, and I like you under my skin. Give me some calamine. Sinatra Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, coming to a close. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. And if you haven't had a chance yet, it's on my wall twice. I'm going to keep doing it. But, or else, like I said, write it down, www. And then all caps, the Songfather Show, still caps, com. And listen to my radio station. Continuous music, as I say in one of my promos, all music, all the time. And, yeah, so, it's getting there, little by little. Now, again, some people want to advertise on it. There's a spot for that. You can do more promos. And, like I said, there's a button there if you want to donate and send some money. I told you, you don't have to use your own credit card. Lift somebody else's and just send me $500 or $1,000. Nobody's going to know. Trust me. It's the internet. Don't worry about it. But, put it on. I did it today, and, nice thing that my friend Bobby Nicholson said, because I put it up there. I was in the backyard getting a little tan, and so I said I had my radio station on, listening to myself, and it was that weird. And I expected a lot of smart-ass remarks, but, I forgot some people were. And, but Bobby said, no, that's ridiculous. It's not weird at all. You should be proud of yourself. I was like, wow, thank you, man. That was very cool, And it was, to be honest with you, it was kind of cool. Hearing and something, that I created. They put it together, whoever these technical people are at live radio. But I did everything. I did the songs. I recorded about 15, 16, 17 songs, re-recorded, whatever you want to call it. And put them on the station, and I got them now saved in the computer as an MP3, so when it's time to make a CD, I could do that and blah, blah, blah. And I still got oh my God, I don't know, 100 more. And there's one little glitch. It cuts, some of the songs it's cutting off not almost, before it ends. So I have a call into to the techs over there at Live Radio saying, can you add 3 seconds onto each song so at least we can get to the end. So hopefully that can be done. But it was pretty cool knowing I did that, and I did the promos, and I chose the order of the songs and where to put the promos in, and it's just amazing. I've always been a bit of a dinosaur, not great with technology, but not dumb either, but not to the point where I did this. And it took me so long to try to figure this out and that out and put this in, that they sent me emails, just give us permission and we can go right into your computer and do it for you. And I remember I did that once with a good friend of mine. That's a computer, like genius. And it was something to do with the router, and we were changing the password to the router, and I didn't know how to do it, whatever it was. And he told me, go to this site, and I did, and next thing you know, I'm sitting like this, and my mouse was, the arrow was going all over the screen, and he's opening things. From wherever he was. I guess he was home or at his wife now, but, it just amazed me, and I still get amazed that when I'm doing the show yesterday, this show, and my friend Jason Whitehead from over in England chimes in. Hi, brother, how you doing? It's just amazing. And then when Stella Napolitano was down in Italy and France with her family, and God knows where else they went, she was watching the show almost every night from Italy and from France, and unbelievable. My friend Joey Nugent, if you saw it yesterday, if you were on the show, you see he chimed in. He had just landed in Hawaii and he was sitting in the airport, so he went on the internet and he's watching the show from Hawaii, and the people down in Australia and people in Italy and people in Germany, and I still can't like fathom that in my head. I just, I still can't believe I can text my son in Florida. So I'm a bit of a dinosaur, but thank you, everybody, for everything you do and all the support you're giving me, and all the love that you've been showing me and telling me what a great show it is, and I love that. I really do. And hopefully we just keep getting better and status quo, and see what happens with the radio station now. Radio channel, what do you call it? It's a radio station, WSNG, Songfather, get it? And we never know. One never knows. And, it's not taking the place of this. This is still Monday to Friday. This is a lot of fun. And that's just, I got to find out. I know there's a way that I can go and do live, or I can go in and, why it's, it runs 24 hours a day. So it's a constant loop of the music and the promos, like a lot of radio stations are, especially the old music and no talk and no DJs and all that. That's just, but there's got to be a way for me to come on once in a while and, just bust some chops and say some things and, curse, fart, something. Because it's the internet. You can do what you want. So, keep going. Download it. Get it on your phone. Get it on your laptop or your computer. Obviously, even with this show, if you're watching on a laptop and you got speakers hooked up, the sound is so much better. Or if you got a way to hook up headphones and listen to it, obviously, trying to hear it through that speaker on an iPhone, sometimes, you're like, what does this guy say? He thinks he's a singer? Please, he sucks. I'm sorry, but he does say that, this guy behind me. So have a good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Again, I love yous, and we say BAM. Tino, what do you say, Tino? He's going down. Oh, he gave up, you chicken. Okay, do it. Tino. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. There he goes. See ya.